Okay, traders, here it is, number three. What we're going to do is pick a ticker from our watch list, a couple of them, follow them, trade them, and just show that process in action. A few pointers about um, shapes and such that will come up as the candles move, and we'll just keep doing this kind of overview of watching real trades happen, and they aren't happening in real time. Of course, I am using on demand, and I am pulling up archival things, but I am trading them in the same manner that you would, and in the way to learn how things are going to pan out. Um, uh, so these first two examples turned out to be really good examples of upward momentum. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll talk about the how to avoid the collapse taking away too much money. Okay, step three. Okay, we're in the pennies. It looks like this guy is high volume, doing the thing. We'll go to his chart. Before we go there, let's change the time to before the day starts so we can see where it's coming from. We'll set the time, I don't know, about a little bit earlier. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, 5:30. That sounds good. Okay, so now we hit go. We got to be okay. You can see it popped up at 4:27. Uh, Early in the morning. Doesn't have the pattern of a pump and dump. A pump and dump usually goes straight all the way and then starts falling the rest of the day. So this looks more like it got good news, something good was happening, or something like that. Now let's get to the beginning of the day, and then I suspect that it will come down a little more. Probably want to get in down here. That's too many. I can't afford that. I want 100 of them. It's still a lot, but it's usually more than I spend. But 500 and whatever is fine. Uh, we're gonna pick it somewhere down here at. Will it come down that low? I don't think it will. Probably come down to the top of that. I'll set my. We haven't bought anything. We're gonna get 100 of them. I think it will go to the top of this former peak. Yeah, this could be the low, but no, it's still falling. Okay. Yeah, I think 506 is it. I'm going to speed it up. Let's see what it does. Okay. It's still coming down. I don't know. I feel pretty good about where it's not moving though. Oh, it's scooping. Oh, look, look, look. Oh, it put me in. Okay. All right, we're in with 100 shares. And it's not going down. Oh, it's already going up. So what I did was I picked halfway down, a little bit more than halfway, but I used the peak on the former peak as a guide. Other people were trying to get in a little lower than me, and it's not going to go down that far. I think I picked the right spot. That's half luck and half experience. You can't nail that down to one thing or the other. I needed to make what, $50, 50 some dollars to get to my 10%. It's going up, but it's too okay. All right. Oh, okay. I've already made my 10%. Okay. Okay. See, this time of morning is just too, it's so volatile. It's a hard time to trade. This hour is just bad. But usually in the morning there are big climbs that happen in the first few minutes. So we just happen to be into one of them. $90. Well, that's almost double my 10%, which would be 20%. Okay, well now we're there. We're there. I should probably get out here because I've now got 20% of my. You have to decide when's enough. When do you think it's going to fall back down? I'm pretty comfortable with over 100. I think I'm going to take that. I sold it. I got $108 out of it. That's pretty good. That's 20%. Okay, so we have this INM. What else do we have? This guy's going. Let's go here. We're still standing still at 6:30 in the morning. Let's start it up. It looks like it's doing something. It doesn't look like a pump and dump in any way. It's at 13%. Let's see where it goes. This is now what in the opening hours. Yeah, we're right here at the beginning of the day. I would want to get in. Well, I always want to get in as low as possible. It's popping up as soon as it opens. I would go down. It's pretty busy. Okay, we might be missing it. It's kind of taking off without us. Okay, so I frequently. Oh, and now I have too many shares. That's 400's too many. Okay, I'm not set up for this at all. I wasn't ready. But this is how it goes, right? So you can't make time stand still. So okay, collapse. It comes back down. Okay, it's being realistic. Let's pick a spot down here. I would go lower, but I don't think it's gonna do that. If it does go any lower, I think we can ride out whatever drop it takes. It won't be more than a couple of cents with. We're close. Come on, it's go. Oh, that's not fair. Okay. Oh my God, what a mess. This is it's better to have this kind of tumult and emotional pulling when it's not money on the line. All right, what's it going to do? Uh, okay. I don't think it's going to come back down. Let's take it, let's grab it where we are, as I don't think it's going to come all the way. Jesus. Okay. Okay, I picked it. We're down. Well, let's put in a stop because I don't want it to collapse out of nowhere. We will lose money on a stop that's already down below your losses, but it's better than following it to a deep dive. This little slope here is a good sign. It's not a lot of candles, but we want it to scoop up. We want it to scoop up. You want it to okay. I don't like that. Uh okay, so we're still in the range of where I'm okay with it swinging down this I would like it to turn around, but it doesn't look good. But you don't know. It's not falling. If you look back at the bigger picture, it's not collapsing, it's not falling, it's not arching downward. This is a pretty big recovery. You get some points for taking advantage of that upward climb. I think we just hold on. Okay. I think we just hold on for a while. So this is nothing like the style of like waiting for a climb, jumping in on a climb, jumping out on the climb. This is waiting for the low point to come down to you. You get in and it goes up because it only has up to go from down. So dumb. This is the best way to go. It doesn't always work out, but it prevents the most amount of danger. I need $42 to get 10%. Am I gonna? Okay. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not jumping out yet. This is a dip. It looks less threatening if you squish the candles down lower. I like them to be proportionate to the amount of money it makes, so that it doesn't appear to be death defying. If you make them really long and dramatic, it makes it too emotional. It takes some of the emotion down if you weaken the strength of the candles. It seems like this is going to go up. I'm not ready to move this up because it's going to knock me out if it turns around. Let's leave it there. That's a little bit, that's 1 penny below my entry point. I'd lose $3. If I didn't have that in place and it collapsed, it could go $20, $30 down all of the sudden at the bottom where it stopped, not where I have it set. If it goes through your line, it stops at that amount. That's what you want it to do. You're going to lose money. You want to diminish how much money you're going to lose. I didn't do it for a long time and it was regrettable. I shouldn't have been working without stops. You don't need to lose a lot of money on a trade. You should only lose the nominal amount, and if it compromises your ability to, okay, look at what's going on here. I only needed $42. We're still climbing. Okay. 29, 30, 29, 31, 30, 31 high, 32, 30, 31 high, 32 high, 35. Okay, now we're climbing. You know what? I'm going to get out. I'm going to take I'm going to take 32, or I could put in a stop higher up. Nah. Here's where I would decide. Am I already over my percentage? Yes. Is it going to fall here, or is this a dip? This looks like a dip. Yeah, it was just a dip. I'm going to leave the stop in place and leave whatever it gives. Okay, it sold me out. $81. We don't hear the noise because the headphones were plugged in, but there you go. That's two trades that same day and profitable. That's very juicy day, but don't expect that all the time. That was really, really lucky. There's another day. That's the thing about the market. Not one single day does not decide whether you're a good or bad trader or whether you're a success or a loser. It's it's a it's a long process. It's like following a team. It's like a sport. There are so many nuances that impact what's going to happen and impact how you react to it. Um, it's just it's way, way, way more than just up and down, and yet there's nothing more to it than up and down. It's either going up or it's going down, and you want to get in when it's down. Like I said, I wait during the day, even if it was very volatile early on and it wasn't as volatile later. If it was really volatile for a reason, like it had really good news or something, then if it calms down, it's gonna have a rise toward the end of the day. A lot of people see it flatten out and they're like, ah, this one's a dead horse, and they never go back to it. And come half an hour before the end of the day, the thing starts climbing and climbing and climbing, and then after hours, if you have the power to trade after hours, it goes up even further, and you end up not having a bad day after all. So you can have a bad day in the first 3 hours and be like, oh God, I'm down $70 or whatever it is. If you know, I don't know what your limits are, but and then you come back and you're like, oh man, I ended the day with 44 bucks and I was down 70. And you know what? That's a good day. So we will look at how I choose levels and where what and what I see as signs in terms of the patterns that the candles themselves are making. Not the candle patterns. I know you're tired of that too. No, I'm talking about how they measure up next to each other on a minute by minute basis. I spoke briefly about it in the previous video with slopes and curves. Well, let's see. It would probably go this way for you. And this arches, and we'll talk about the shapes that the candlesticks make and how to trust them. But getting in low is the primary objective because from low there's very little room for it to collapse. And then there's the odd occasion where you got in at the previous low where it's as low as it was possibly has been for the last couple of days, and something tragic happens in the news that you didn't even know about because you're trading and it goes way below your low, and I'm like, well, that didn't even make sense, but hopefully you had a stop in place. So we'll talk about all that in the next video. Okay, bye.